The battle over honoring those who enslaved others continues. And this time it's happening in one of the most unlikely of places.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Hold on to your family. Lay low.
I often get people who use the excuse and deflection, well, there was slavery in Africa, which of course is true, but they don't know anything about it. And my response is always the same. Yes, there was, and we can have that discussion if you like, but we live in America, so let's focus on that. This came to mind once again when the Smoot family organization defended their patriarch, Abraham Owen Smoot, for owning people. Students at Brigham Young University have started a petition to remove the Smoot name from the administration building. You had to know the Smoot family was already sweating bullets when the Confederate statues were coming down, because it was only a matter of time when students who are taught to love one another and respect every child of God would come for Smoot. We must change the name of the building housing the university's highest officers. It cannot continue to bear the name of a man who held slaves, some of whom were near the age of the students on campus. All of this recently came to light in Peggy Fletcher's article in the Salt Lake Tribune. The Smoot family then started to share some very off history that was easily debunked, going as far as to claim that Smoot freed his enslaved people, when in fact that wasn't the case at all. The government did it for him. The family wrote that we, the Abraham Owen Smoot Family Organization, denounce slavery. Slavery is wrong. It is terrible that it was very prevalent in the American culture and that it has existed in many cultures throughout history. They continue that it's hard to understand enough of the context, culture, and happenings 160 years ago to be able to place judgment on the motives, decisions, and virtues of those early pioneers. And this is where they lost the moral argument, because one can't say that was just the way things were. It assumes everyone thought that way. Clearly those that were enslaved in it, and what about the thousands of white and black abolitionists in both the North and the South? Just because someone else did something wrong doesn't make our wrong right. Plus, one can place judgment on the motives, decisions, and virtues of those in the past and reflect on the context of the culture and happenings. That's kind of the point of studying history, to learn from the past, to recognize the mistakes made and, again, learn from them. University of Utah historian Paul Reeves stated that for black LDS students, having the name on the building tells them that they don't matter, at least not as much as white Latter-day Saints with wealth and influence. That there are black LDS ancestors in the church didn't matter. That Tom, one of the enslaved people, didn't matter as much as Abraham. Is there a balance that demonstrates with concrete action, not mere platitudes, that BYU honors Tom's pioneer legacy as much as Abraham's? That Tom and Abraham are, in fact, alike unto God? As the students point out, this doesn't negate the contribution Smoot made. Good people can do bad things. We simply don't honor it and hold that up as an example. In their petition, they wrote, "We make no holistic judgment on the man, nor do we see it as our role to do so. Rather, we simply see his decision to enslave black Americans as one that makes him an inappropriate choice for a campus which cherishes diversity amongst its students, faculty, and staff." This has been Locked In with Loki.